Ajá, cero tío. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo se han portado? We're back. It's your boy, Joey the Cipotex. And this is What the Fuck is Going On? Yeah. Yeah, we are back. It's a new name. Well, back to the old name, because that's what we do. Aquí nos cambiamos el nombre como nos cambiamos los calzones. So, fuck it, whatever. It's a vibe. It's been a little bit, for sure. The last time we recorded, Will Smith got slapped in the face. It's just been a lot. And in these last few months, has it been a few months?
I think it's been like 2 months.
It's like 2 months. All right, so these couple of months that have passed, a lot of shit has been going on. Like, our whole kind of like political atmosphere right now is up in arms.
It's in shit.
It is. Yeah, solo cagadal. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen at this point. It's very it's a very weird time to be alive. And granted, Oscar, you could second this, living and coming up in this area and just all the shit that we have lived through as millennials. I don't know, man. I feel pretty jaded myself on lo que pasa and like with what has happened in the last 24 fucking hours. But here we are, sipping Coke, thinking about our demise. But it's been tough, especially for like as of late, being like a Hispanic person, being a person of color in general, being queer, being black, being just non-white in this country has just been, do we even know what to expect? Are we surprised? No, but at the same time, you can't help but feeling like, especially what's happened as of late, feeling almost betrayed by your country. I had a bit of an issue earlier, like with my mom. She's the type of person that, she swears up and down about having come up here. And granted, I am very thankful that this woman came up here, my father as well. But at what cost are we at now? Because I for one, can feel that the American dream that my parents had romanticized and on media, on TV, like, ay, qué bonito venirse aquí a este país is doing all of us pretty fucking dirty, I would think. For starters, on a local level, earlier this week we had Yesli Vega. She won the Republican nomination for the 7th Congressional District of Virginia. And she's going to be up against Abigail Spanberger, who was handling it for the Democrats for a little bit. With Yesli, she has a really good fucking story. And where she's at now, I gotta give her props. Because that's not something that a lot of us can say, oh, you know what? I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to just fucking run for Congress. But to me, Yesli, she doesn't represent me as an individual. I feel as a person that, and her and I should be able to really relate because her parents fled the war. She was born in the U.S. She was born in Houston. I wasn't. But, Salvadoran American coming up to this country, grew up in Nova. She went to high school here somewhere. But to me, Yesli, she's just like a whitewashed cipota because she totes hard that she's Salvi, I'm directly affected by MS-13 gang members and shit. I'm like, dude, we fucking all are. It's like part of our fucking shit. We get shit talked because we apparently are affiliated with MS, but whatever. To me, Yesli, she's appealing to, los cheles, los gringos, pues, porque I see her, she's all prim and proper. Vaya en la foto que está ahí, mira, con her little TJ Maxx jacket. Like, I don't fucking shout it. I don't get that kind of paper, Yesli. But I would want to really relate to what she what she stands for. Because if you see her for face value, puta cualquiera. Ay, mira qué bonito. Ella, mira policía. Que era policía, que aquí, que no sé qué. She's that embodiment of what our parents would have wanted us to do in this country. I speak for my people. But not a lot of us did that shit. I'm fucking kissing ass working at a clinic. I wish I could do some shit like that, but I just didn't get it. It's all resources, you know what I'm saying? So that's the other thing. You're supposed to be representing us as a people in this area, in Virginia, where it's such a predominantly Salvi community, especially in Nova. yeah, I can't sit there and say I believe in her shit. Yesli, when she used to be part of, so now she's running for Congress. She used to be a part of the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. So Prince William County's a little bit out of DC for my folks that are not from the area. It's what, like 30 minutes, no traffic from DC. So there would be like Prince William's, like Woodbridge, Manassas City, Manassas Park, and all the other weird places. I, for one, I'm sorry, I don't consider Prince William part of Nova. Sue me. If the metro don't run down here, then it's a part of the DMV. But I digress. So when she was part of the Prince William Board of Supervisors, she herself has said she has no shame. She's just like that. She supported legislation. It was a 287G, and 287G, what that allowed, it was like a contract, you would say, between ICE and.
It was a contract between ICE
and law enforcement.
What is it?
Homeland Security. Yeah.
And the county jail.
And the county jails. That if you were arrested and you were caught without, you weren't able to prove your ability to stay in this country, you would obviously get arrested, you would get sent to jail, and then ICE would just always go and corral the illegal folks out of the jails pretty often. Like, I'm pretty sure it's still a law now, right?
No, it didn't pass.
Oh, it didn't pass.
It got revoked.
So that it's just like you really don't even give a fuck about the people that, not everybody that's here illegally is fucking a gang member or is up to no good. Half the time it's fucking folks just trying to fucking work. A lot of the folks that would get arrested, that I know would get arrested, driving without a license. Now you can get a license, right? Undocumented in Virginia. But how long is that shit gonna last with Mr. Junkie? It's not like people that were doing like some crazy ass crimes, robbing and shit, or killing people, and then those folks, again, no ability to kind of prove that they didn't do shit. They would just get corralled by ICE, and then ICE would deport your ass back to El Salvador. So you go off on this shit that you're Salvi, or Salvi American and shit like that, and for what? Mira, cambiale la foto a esta voz. She's just staring at me. Va, mira, ponerle otro tipo, va. But what I was going at was just, she told on this whole her backstory, que es Latina, que puta y toda la onda, and unfortunately, we are, as a people, pretty conservative. You would agree?
Yep.
So, what we believe in, our families are pro-life, most of us, if not all of us, are super fucking religious. And now, as an adult myself, and having lived what I've lived and gone through what I've gone through, and seeing this kind of agenda that she's promoting, I don't know, man. She's just another puppet para estos gringos cerote. Let's be real. I ain't gonna knock it. She found her people. She found her people, because if you were to pull up Yesli's IG right now and her little supporters and shit, man, you got a little sprinkle dinkle of a couple of Salvis or Hispanic folks voting for you. And then all of them is just white folks in their nice houses in the 7th Congressional District of Virginia, which, by the way, is a very, I would say, pretty well-off congressional district.
You know what, though? I'm gonna put this out there.
Yeah.
She's kind of smart, too.
Yeah.
For going after those votes, because I bet you that she got encouraged to run because of Trump.
Yeah.
Because he saw, like, these people were so desperate and whatnot, and she did, like, you know what, let me try to recreate that.
Let me put that energy somewhere. Yeah. And the thing, too, is it's just concerning, because those people do get a lot of backing. They do get a lot of fucking, support. And she's getting hella support. I mean, but if you look at it for what it is, you could say, you know what, Yesli's doing it. I can see the mindset of these folks. Oh, she's doing it. She's being different. She's changing. Que toda la onda. Que esa es la bulla de esta mara, the right-wingers, the conservatives, whatever the fuck you want to call them. That they're different. And let's be upfront, the Democratic Party hasn't really done shit for anybody, but we'll get into that in a little bit later. So I can see the desilusión, because I, for one, I am a pretty desilusionada Democrat. And as a person of color, as a person of Hispanic, Latino background, being in this fucking country, hartándonos la mierda, porque nos estamos hartando la vil mierda out here, dude. I don't know. These types of people that are kind of moving up and getting into these positions of power, but then us that solo estamos aquí para hablar mierda, how could we get there? How can we fucking get to those spaces?
You know, they make fun of her for eating Pupusa with
Oh yeah. See, we got that video? Look at her. Look at her with her little man. He's like, hey, I'm sorry. Her man's name is Renee. My dude, you are pussy whipped. Okay? But go ahead, eat that pupusa with a fork. She's just like, she was saying like, was it a Father's Day video for this? And she's just like, yeah, eating it with a, knife and a fork. Bitch, I know your ass was not fucking doing that shit growing up. But then again, there's a lot of folks que vinieron a este país inmediatamente. We're in America and we speak English. So, whatever. But we gotta move on. We gonna bring up this hot topic that literally pulled my fucking ass out of retirement. Cause a bitch was not ready. Well, I take that back. We were ready. We knew what the fuck was coming. But I feel like we were all kind of like in a state of denial for the last month. Overturning Roe V. Wade. This shit is not, this isn't it. So Roe v. Wade was what, a little quick cliff notes of Roe v. Wade. This is what allowed abortions to have constitutional protection in the United States. Under the 14th Amendment in the United States. And the right for privacy, toda la onda. There's a lot of layers to fucking Roe v. Wade. And then Planned Parenthood was under the same kind of pretext, right?
Under the same pretext, and I believe Planned Parenthood v. Casey was about, I think, I'm 90% sure that case was about a woman's right for abortion without the consent of the husband or partner.
Okay, so this one even more so solidified a woman's autonomy to her fucking body, okay? And there was a case that was heard, and this opinion that came out yesterday, it was leaked about a month. Was it a month ago? Like a month ago, a month and a half ago. It was leaked that yes, they were just saying that Roe v. Wade was egregious. Con unas palabras que puta. I had to pull out my motherfucking dictionary because I didn't know what the fuck I was fucking reading. All I knew is that these white people, these old geezer ass white men, wanted to have a whole vice grip on this here pussy, and that fucking shit ain't it, because they're not even paying me enough to be holding it down with a pussy in America. I'm just saying. The pro-lifers are all woo-woo, ay, gracias a Dios, protegiendo la vida y toda la mierda. But what are you gonna do with that life after it's born? Where is the, your expectation of having these people having these kids and no choice if they're, they gotta pause their life? Because look, as a parent in this area, especially with what's going on now, as a parent in fucking America, dude, uno tiene que pensarla dos veces if you're thinking about having another kid. Like, I have two, I love them to death, but with how the money's going, the economy's going, we're about to have a fucking recession if we're not already in it. And the last time I was in a recession, I was in 08 and I was doing, 08 and I was doing fuck shit in high school. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. All I knew was that my folks lost their house. So I'm scared for the future. I'm scared for where we're at as a society, because you thinking back, you're just like, really, these groups of people are the ones that decide the supreme law of the land, right? Because that's what the Supreme Court is, the supreme law of the land, and that's what the fuck they're there to do. Granted, they're going off of the Constitution. Que la Constitution, that's what was drafted in 17, whenever the fuck, cuando creo que todavía habían dinosaurs. I don't give a fuck. That shit was so long ago. Hey, and now you're talking about 2022, when life is different. It is. Life is mad fucking different now. You can't compare to how they written, drafted, and fucking implemented the Constitution to what we are at now. That's why that shit has been amended so many fucking times. I remember in fucking high school, we had whole blocks of learning about the goddamn amendments. Preguntarme una, no me recuerdo ni pija. But they're fucking, they were changed as time, as time progressed. So why the fuck is there this questioning of what we as women or what we as people with pussies can do with our bodies. Why is it up for debate? Why is it up for there to need to be a Supreme Court ruling for me to, what I decide with an unplanned pregnancy? Or my concern too is, what about those pregnancies that would end up killing the mother? I'm sorry, but your parasitic fetus could possibly murder you. And the government will not do, the doctors will not do shit about it because the government is telling them not to abort the baby. Do you have something to say? I feel like you're urging over there.
Yeah, no, actually, what I was going to say is people don't realize that this decision has changed a lot. Will change a lot in our culture.
Yeah.
Especially on the dating culture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
We talked about this yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, dudes aren't going to get laid anymore.
Oh, no. I'd be scared. I'm sorry. Hookup culture is out the fucking door. Nobody out here in their right mind is just going to be handing out premium pedigree pussy if you're not going to running these risks. And then you had only, just 3 justices that are holding it down for the people that actually have some fucking sense in this goddamn country. ¿Quiénes son poner la foto mayor? Ahí está, mira. Kagan. Este viejito.
What's her name? Justice Brown is replacing.
Oh, Ketanji Brown is replacing him?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still only going to have 3 holding it down for people that actually have some fucking sense. And they were the ones that did the dissent. They wouldn't, the dissident's opinion. Hold on, I got that joint right here. The majority would allow states to ban abortion from conception onward because it does not think forced childbirth at all implicates a woman's rights to equality and freedom. Look, I don't know about y'all, but I just want to understand the conservative need to be so obsessed at considering life the moment you get cream pie when you get fucked. Real talk. Why is there that concern? I'm sorry, you do not have a baby as soon as you get it. I'm just saying. And then the questioning of, the cerote de Youngkin dijo algo que at the moment babies feel pain inside of the womb.
He said that, I read about it, he pretty much said that he will look into putting out a legislation where it allows women's abortion in the case of rape, incest, and health to the mother.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's going to cap it at 15 because it is believed that after 15 weeks, that's when the fetus
can feel pain.
Yeah.
Look, again, a white man that does not have a vagina and doesn't know what it's like to come up with a kid in the United States. Like, you're just a dude. Like, not to put down playing, but you're just a dude. You're not going to get it. And I get scared because there's so many instances of women getting raped, of, instances of abuse, incest, dude. Let's be realistic. We live in the South, man. Y aquí esta mara culera es Hayana, dog. Like, real talk. So many cases of fucking incest, like that's scary shit. So you're telling me that it's okay that a young girl is gonna have to go through an entire fucking pregnancy because she got raped by her fucking dirty ass dad, and then what's gonna happen to her later? What's gonna happen to that kid? Because I don't see these motherfuckers talking about their expanding social services, giving food stamps, giving expanded Medicaid.
You know what they're, if you were to bring that up to someone, they'll tell you, well, maybe they shouldn't be having kids if they can't afford them. But accidents happen.
Right. Yeah, they do. They do, and it's fucked up to say, but it is. And sometimes not all of us have the luxury of planning a baby and having the really beautiful nursery. Not all of us can do that. The people that are going to be most affected by this shit are people that are low income, poor, that you can't even afford sometimes basic medical care. So that's the scary part. I don't know. Estoy desilusionada for real. And then you had goofy head ass Clarence Thomas. That's his name, right? Clarence Thomas. Talking about after that he said that the court should reconsider a few other cases, being the one that was for access to contraceptives, same-sex marriage and same-sex relationships. Like that. What the fuck this goofy head ass motherfucker gonna be doing? He ain't talking about Loving versus Virginia that wouldn't allow him to be married to his white woman wife. But Aquí estamos en esta mierda. Look, all I can say is that we see this shit. It's 2022, and it's gonna sound very corny and cliche to say we really gotta fucking worry about where our votes are going. Actually give a fuck and study who the fuck is representing where you live, on a local level, on a congressional level, you know, all this shit, on a presidential level. If you're just not sitting well with what you're doing, look, it's scary because a lot of times people just go off loyalty. Look, in other cases, being loyal to your fucking people, you're the shit. But in this case, you talking about, we can even bring up the January 6th hearing. A lot of these motherfuckers that have testified against Trump have said if fool is on the ballot in 2024, they will fucking vote for him. So then I'm like, really? You really loyal to this shit? But we all know that Trump wasn't 100. And I can't say good shit about Biden. Papi Biden is on some fuck shit. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. Like, do I think he's gonna get a re-election in 2024? I don't really think so. Esta mierda. Shit, I'm telling you, I'm about to just running for president because anybody can motherfucking get it. I think that we should really worry about what represents the Latino vote, what represents the Hispanic vote in this country. The fact that you have a lot of these candidates that are, you know, I'm gonna throw it back to Yesli, talking about borders is wide open and this, that, and the other, and this is why
there's the other one from Texas too,
Myra Flores from Texas, who she represents a very large Latino majority in South Texas. We need to shut these borders down, baby girl. But if you did not have them open borders, your ass would not be a citizen. She is a Mexican born. Look, here's Yesli and what's the face now, girl. I'm telling you, these girls and TJ Maxx, they should just sponsor these motherfuckers with the wrap dress. You feel me? Like, I bet you she has a Michael Kors tail bed. She's giving me live, laugh, love. Like, and that's the annoying part, because that's not who I am. That's not who I am as a person. I'm not live, laugh, love, bitch. I'm out here recording myself in SpongeBob's pineapple, drinking fucking Jack. I don't know, man. We really need to figure out where the fuck our votes are going. We need to figure out who we stand, like what we stand for as a people. Because even though, okay, unity, man, ain't no fucking unity out here, dude. There really isn't. Like, you feel like every day you walk out, someone's out to get you. And it starts from the top down, you know, because we're dealing with the product of poor legislation, throwing it back to this whole Roe V. Wade and shit. The fact that there was that opportunity of codifying the right to an abortion in this country. Back in Obama's term, we had an all democratically held Congress.
Even during the Clinton time.
Yeah, because Roe v. Wade has been around for 50 years, babe. 50 years.
Now here's what's gonna happen. Let's say Clarence Thomas, what he said does come true, and someone challenges same-sex marriage and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the same thing over and over. You know, you're gonna have Elizabeth Warren, you're gonna have Pelosi and Bernie Sanders. They're like, oh, we should have codified it, dude.
Yeah, but where the fuck are they at?
And right now they have the majority.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing? They're not doing anything.
They passed some little weird ass gun control law, which I don't know, man. Esa mierda, y'all, everybody's mad because of the fucking gun. Because at the same time that Roe v. Wade got overturned, they took the smoke from the gun law that passed. I didn't even know Biden was supposed to sign it. I don't even know if he did. Oh, he did? So he signed it this morning. Shit had to wait. So, like, that's the chaoticness of this fucking country. I applaud other countries that, damn, you see that they actually join together and they put some shit together. Like, it's a whole arena full of people, and they put shit together. And here we gotta wait weeks, months, years for there to even be a consideration. I'm sorry, but the Democrats tuvieron todo un puto mes y medio to find out that Roe v. Wade was coming. The overturning of Roe v. Wade was coming.
It's like they just waited.
They
let's
waited.
see if this is true or not.
And
let's
then,
see if their minds change.
Right. And what did they think that public outcry was going to change what the fuck these old ass geezers were doing? Man, they sitting there with their cagado ass geriatric diapers making laws and shit for us, establishing and enforcing laws that don't represent us. I bet you these fools don't even know how to check an email. Like, And then you think about the 3 conservative, justices that in the last few years got into that role. They're young. They're in their 50s. So you're talking about we got another 40 some odd years of these folks sitting in there, todos aguados in the future, making decisions for us. Look, man, if you're not worried as an American, right? Let's not even talk about all the right wingers y toda la onda. As an American, I feel like we really need to be scared. We really need to be giving a fuck about where our vote goes. Because it sounds cliche, it sounds all types of shit. We have to give a fuck about where this vote is going, because isn't that the whole basis of your Constitution? That our vote mattered? That Congress is the people's house? I'm sorry, but it's 2022, and I really don't feel like the people's house represents who the people are. The
last 2 Republican presidents lost the popular vote.
Yet they still became presidents. Like, we could have a whole episode of just the fuckery of the Electoral College, because that shit in of itself is like, I don't get it. Da pena. And I feel like we need to figure out exactly where the fuck we're going. Porque, let's be real, my Salvi folks, you can't really go to El Salvador now. But, that's for another episode. Preocúpense, cerotillos. Hopefully we'll be back for another episode. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. This jack is going up to my head, so I should probably sign off for today. But maybe it might be an ongoing thing, a weekly thing. Make sure to... Let me tell them. Make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Because I don't even know if y'all fucking like this shit. Like, share it, Maybe somebody... Let me know what the fuck you want me to talk about,
Not only that, just drop a comment on what you think about, what you talk about.
Yeah, how does it make you feel? I mean, do you not side with what I gotta say? Which, cool, let's spar a little bit. I like to have a dick pissing contest all the time. But, this is just, we want to see where this shit goes. Join me as we go into the apocalypse. Anyway, se cuidan cerotes, se lavan el culo, because there's monkeypox going around. Lávense las manos. Still, the COVID is still out there. Let's not forget about the COVID. But yeah, let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace, bitch.